Hello everybody. As you may notice, the camera is panned up a little today. That's because today we're going to discuss my personal collection and my collection journey, where we were, where we are now, the whole reasoning behind everything, and how I collect. All right. So to begin the story, when I was a wee young lad, I was in 5th grade. I had collected cards for a while. I wasn't given very much money to collect from my parents. I thought we were poor for a very long time, but that's a separate story. My very first card I ever got was a $1 unlimited holo English Zapdos. I was gonna sneeze. Okay, anyways, we're not cutting that out. I'm not built to edit things for long form videos. Anyways, $1 Zapdos. And then I got like that 2-player starter kit with the Machamp in it, first edition. And yeah. Anyways, I was in 5th grade, and then basically Pokemon cards were banned, but you know, everyone brought it to school anyways. And then in the 5th grade, you have to leave your school bag outside all lined up. And I guess one of the other kids, they went to the bathroom and they went through everybody's bags and stole all the valuables. Included in there was my collection of Pokemon cards. Obviously, they were the kind that gets shoved in your pocket. There's no minty, like first edition, whatever. But still, those are my cards. And then, yeah, that was one of the saddest days in my life. The teacher was hot though. Her name was Miss Kihara. Anyways, yeah, stuff got stolen, and then that's when I quit 5th grade. Okay, now fast forward to 2020. It's 2020. The world was imploding. Celebrations came out. Yeah, look at all those Celebrations mini tins down there. If you look really, really far back on my YouTube channel, I actually did I pulled a master set live. I forget how long it took, but it was like 250 to 350 packs. Anyways, Celebrations is what got me back in. And then slowly over, like, I mainly collected Celebrations. Everything else was whatever. I was like, okay, Celebrations. And then Costco came out with these tins, as you can see above. Like, I wasn't really buying that aggressively. I was poor. 2020 was a very stressful year. 2021, all that stuff. Anyways, Costco came out, and then tins. And yes, I was one of those people that loaded up a lot of tins. And did I scalp it? No. I'm a consumer. I eat things. I eat things and I poop things. Anyways, all those tins in front of you, I learned a lot. I started looking into like weighing packs and all that stuff, and just for my own math and just to know things, I weighed all of them and I did like a chart. Basically, I'm pretty sure every single set is weighable, not in terms of a guarantee, but there are certain weights that are more likely to have hits. So Fusion Strike is just light, no holo. Heavy, holo. I mean, full art. There's a holo in everything. But yeah, Fusion Strike is super easy to weigh. Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars are a little bit more hard, but there are certain weights where you'll get multiple hits, like full arts, and that's where your you have a better chance at those hits. And it's not like this. It's not light, heavy, where it's just like this and then it falls off or something like that. Or it's light and then all the hits are in the lights, or it's all in the heavy. It's kind of like, it's a double mountain for Brilliant Stars. It's lots of hits around, medium amount of hits here, then it dips down in the center, then it goes back up over here, then it goes down. So really heavy, really light, it's actually not the best hits. Anyways, that's a tangent. Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars. I weighed them. I ripped them. Back to the personal collection thing. Okay. So I ripped all of those. That was like the mid-era of the modern that I got into ripping. And then that leads me to my personal collection. We can pan down now. All right, that's the story. Okay, as you can see, I labeled this PC. There's not very much in here, as you can tell. I'm very much of the mentality of like everyone has their own collecting style. I'm very in the leaning towards Japanese minimalistic. It's not that like, oh, I subscribe to it. It's just what I did naturally because I don't like a lot of fluff. I wear the same shirt every day. Literally the same shirt. It's not like I have 20 of these, okay? I don't even wash it. I smell like last month. Yeah, that's what everyone thinks. Is that what you think? Anyways, here's a story, okay? So this is another part of the story. Obviously, I ripped a bunch of Crown Zenith. I bought those boxes from when they're on sale at Best Buy. Basically, I don't pay full price for anything. That's ridiculous. Except for Pokemon Center ETBs. I only buy things on discount, and that dictates what I ripped. Okay, so this is part of this story. These are promos. So I'll tell this story first. Basically, I made a deal with this guy on Facebook Marketplace, and we were negotiating hard. And then in the end, he was like, "Oh, here's a." I was buying packs for cheap, and then he was like, "Oh, good luck on your rips." And then here, for when you don't pull anything because of bad luck, here's insurance. I didn't pull anything. Noteworthy, anyways. Anyways, this is Crown Zenith. This is Crown Zenith. Okay, let me tell this story. So this story is done. These are no stories. These are just UPCs. Okay, I will tell the story of these because obviously these came from those tins. Hey, look, Vivid Voltage. No, wait. This came from Celebrations. When I ripped Celebrations packs, I pulled the Rainbow Chonkachu. So, yeah, I ripped it. Great. That's a great story. Dragonite, I pulled it from Evolving Skies. That was probably my biggest hit. I also had some other little hits like, Glaceon V and whatever, but I sold those. I didn't really care for those. Gengar is a very unique story. Basically, when I was ripping all of them, I had all the heavies and the lights and all that, but I was doing it in the style where you rip the pack open, you pull the hit slot out, and you make a pile. So I had a pile of like 100. By the way, this amount of tins was about 400 to 500 packs. But I had a whole stack of maybe like 120 Fusion Strike hits. And I made a stack. It was just all the hits. And then I started looking through them. And then I didn't really get anything noteworthy. That's why you always check the bulk. This Gengar was in the wrong slot. I don't make mistakes, okay? I put the correct one. And I was like, well, Gengar in the wrong spot. So that's the story of that. Okay. And then when Crown Zenith came out at Best Buy, I ripped all of these. I ripped a lot. I think I ripped maybe those 13 box collection things. I probably ripped like 30 or 40 of them. So that's 30 or 40 times, I think, 13. The one with the Zacian and whatever. Anyways, I pulled these. I also pulled the Entei. And then this was when I was getting a little bit bigger on TikTok. So I had this card shop, Tofu Card Shop in California. I think they reached out. They're like, hey, do you want a free gift from us? And I was like, free cards? F yeah. So they sent a bunch of different stuff, and they also sent V-Star Universe. And I was mainly collecting English at that point because I was a normal American. I only do English. And then they sent it, and I pulled this out of a V-Star. And then I was like, wait, I have that in English. And then I held them next to each other. And that's where... Actually, this is going to be a pretty long video. But yeah, I pulled this out of Crown Zenith. You can see the texture here. Looks good and whatever, right? But here, when I pulled this out, I went over to my box, and I was like, bruh, This looks a lot better. Look at that. That shit be like 3-dimensional and shit. You don't even need those 3D art box people to cut it out. It's already done. Look at them side by side. Look, not even close. And I was like, I don't need to read the card. I don't play the game. Like, look at this. It just looks like flat hollow with texture. This one, it's like they took the time to shape it out based on what character is in there. And like, look at it. Volcano, mountain. Okay, enough of that. Anyways, from that day forward, I was like that meme with the guy from Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore. And you throw down the American cards. And I started getting into Japanese. Also, there's a lot of cards that are Japanese exclusive. So even if you are an American collector at the very high tier, you still have to dip into Japanese anyways. For the most part, there is no card that is available in English that is not available in Japanese. So if you want your whole collection to kind of match, you would have to switch over to Japanese. The only exception is Van Gogh, Pikachu, I believe, other than like other cards that don't really matter. Anyways, they also sent me 151. 151 was like one of the most, I remember when I held the box of Japanese 151, I felt like a kid again that never could afford whole booster boxes. I was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'm so excited to rip it. My very first box, I got the only one that I really cared about. The Blastoise. Look at that thing. It's like a goddamn air bubble in that shit. Yes, I pulled this myself. For me. And this was before I started selling on Whatnot. And this is a whole separate story. I'll do another video on how I got into selling cards. But yeah, I guess I'll record that right after this. So I started collecting Japanese. 151 is amazing. Okay, let's get into the binders. Okay, so after I started doing Whatnot, I started getting a lot of Japanese cards getting passed through my hands. And then I was like, ooh, I should buy some of these. Anyways, I like collecting things that are kind of rare. So we got Winter Stamp Dark Venusaur. We have Error Electrode. So you see both of these say Jungle, but obviously one of them is from base set. It's this one. Entei with a crimp over here. I'm not gonna take it out. I got Rumble cards. So this set actually came from a girl in, like, I don't remember. It was some European country. It took like a month for it to arrive. And I bought one ugly set, and then I think hers was the second one. Like, these were like lower condition, and I bought the whole set separately. And then I was like, I want a nicer one because I saw it on eBay. And then she actually sent me the box that it comes into. It's all messed up, but this is a higher quality version of the Rumble set. Okay. I used to have a lot of Japanese cards. I think this whole page was like Charizards and stuff. So when I started collecting these, I started, because I was buying these on eBay actually. I was buying these on eBay and then selling them on my stream. But I would just not sell some of them. There's this guy called Japan Man. This is when I was buying from him from eBay. And then I would sell whatever I wanted to sell. But then I ended up keeping a bunch of them. And yeah, I had like a whole... I started liquidating. This whole thing used to be full of Dragonites. Because my collection style has evolved. Oh, a lot of Charizards. I didn't sell those yet. Yeah. I was sorting it by color. These are all square cuts over here. I think I bought a binder on Facebook or something, and these were in there. Ban Gengars, Corals. I don't know why I don't have an Entei over here. Dark Gengar, Sabrina's Ban Gengars. But yeah, these aren't like minty or anything. They're probably, these are probably like 5 to 8 as far as condition. I bought these because I wanted them to match up. CD promos. Yeah. This one, black and white promo collection. Band cards. Sentry drinking from a nipple. And I believe Sky Legends, and then a Topps Venusaur and a Blastoise. So you can kind of see it's kind of... I started collecting all of these earlier this year, and it's kind of... It was more full before, but it was like little bits and pieces of stuff, and I was like, this stuff is cool. And also, there was stuff here, but I ended up getting those things graded. Actually, here's one of them right here. Mitsuhiro Arita signed Charizard. I think that was like right here or something. But yeah. This was my collection. But then my flavor changed over time because I was like, it's like I sell so many of these cards that they're like in my hands all the time. Like every week, I at least see 10 Dark Charizards Japanese. Like it's like bulk in my mind already. This collection, I stopped adding to this probably March of this year. March, April. So yeah, this is just, I should sell these cards, but not the winner stamp, but like all of the stuff that passes through my hand very often. So yeah, I should sell those, but that's my personal collection. And then I started transitioning more into slabs, and I got more bougie. I was like, I don't want these binder cards anymore. I don't want to maintain a binder. I want the good shit. I want the rare shit. Anyways, before we get to that part of this video, I will go over these. These are Pokédoll cards. This is set 1. It's fan-made from Indonesia. This is a full master set. This is set 1. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But basically, these are out of print. There's only going to be one print of it. One booster pack of this right now is $100 each. You're guaranteed a holo. This is also set 1. Over here is Christmas. These are really expensive. These Christmas cards come from the pack. The pack is $300. But yeah, this, yes. This Mew last sold was $800 like last week. If you don't know about this stuff, I suggest you don't get into it unless you can afford it. But yeah, everything is one print run only. There's a growing fan base. Yeah, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, here we are. This is set 2. So these are about $40 a pack. We got Aniga over here. He's the Gengar. He's the Chase. There's a secret rare. There's a secret rare. This is the alt art of the secret rare. As you can see, we got Zapdos up here. He's the same one, but he has hair ties. And then this is Sir Darius over here. He's a Sir. He's wearing clothes. And then Ghosting over here. He's a white ghost. And then these two are both matching. They're screaming at each other. It's a whole thing. And then these all line up down here. And then this is V3. This just came out probably a month ago. There are, yeah, there's whole nuances in it. I'm not going to get too far into it. But there's like signature cards. The Christmas Ho-Oh is probably a couple $1,000s if you bought one right now. There's baby cards. This is what the booster pack looks like for V3. And then there are very rare, hard to get cards. These are promos. These are Patreon promos. And then if you want more information and you don't actually know about it, you can come on my stream on Whatnot. And we sell it pretty often for Pokédoll. And then these are my rare cards. Heavenly Dragon gave me these. He gave me a lot of stuff in this binder, actually. Yeah. So that's another part of my personal collection. And then we got Renny Moo. Oh, shit. Taki mushrooms. Smack that. All on the floor. Smack that. Renny Moo. Okay. So this is like the original fan-made art set that kind of started the category. They got cease and desisted because he put Pokeballs and said Pokemon on the back. But these packs, this is set 1. These packs are for second print, not first edition. For second print, set 1, it's about $200 a pack now. And then set 2 is about $150, I want to say. So yeah, this is Renimu. I think there's like a very fine line of what works for fan-made stuff and what doesn't. If you make it look too real, it makes it look like you're trying to make a fake card. Whereas these, they're just like so far gone, you're like, okay, clearly this isn't, they're not just trying to rip off, scam people with fake cards and stuff. Yeah, so that's the same as this one. Anyways, that was a long video. We'll save the part 2 of my personal collection for later. Bye-bye!